Trump drops a series of explosive statements: U.S. control over Venezuela for profit, doubts about a Ukrainian strike on Putin's residence, and a blunt claim that America absolutely needs Greenland. What does this say about the world Trump wants to shape? The latest news next. Yes, President Donald Trump has returned to an idea he voiced at the beginning of his second presidential term. Trump wants to take control of Greenland, which is currently under Danish administration, according to Trump's statement to the Atlantic Council. In response to a journalist's question about Greenland, Trump stated that the US absolutely needs the Danish territory, claiming that Ireland is allegedly surrounded by Russian and Chinese fleets. "We do need Greenland, absolutely. It's surrounded by Russian and Chinese ships," he said. When asked whether the attack on Venezuela indicated the U.S. willingness to use military force to take control over Greenland, the president advised the journalists to judge for themselves.
They are going to have to view it themselves. I really don't know. I wasn't referring to Greenland at that time. But we do need Greenland. Absolutely. We need it for defense.
On January 4th, the wife of U.S. President Donald Trump's domestic security advisor, Stephen Miller, Cathy, posted a map on Twitter showing Greenland colored like the American flag. Her actions sparked widespread outrage in both Denmark and Greenland. This is far from the first statement by Trump and his circle regarding Greenland. At the end of his first presidential term, Trump attempted to purchase Greenland, but Denmark refused. Since January 2025, after Trump's return to the White House, he has repeatedly stated that the U.S. should get Greenland, allegedly for security reasons. Following Trump's repeated statements, Danish Prime Minister Mette Frederiksen in August 2025 accused Trump's circle of attempting to interfere in Greenland's political processes. In addition, Denmark strengthened the island's defenses after Trump's renewed claims. The island's residents who enjoy autonomy within Denmark are far from enthusiastic about Trump's idea. The political future of Venezuela will come, but the main priority now is its stabilization. At the same time, the United States will govern the country in part to benefit from its economic advantages, states U.S. President Donald Trump. Rather than rushing to hold elections in Venezuela, Trump stated that stabilization should be the priority as the country is on the brink. He described this approach as a win-win for both the U.S. and Venezuela.
The country is ready to be. It's literally become a third world country ready to fail.
Considering the situation, Trump believes the U.S. should govern Venezuela. He added that this is necessary for Washington to gain economic benefits.
We should run the country with law and order. We should run the country where we can take advantage of the economics of what they have, which is valuable oil and valuable other things.
Trump rejects the opposition's prospects. Regarding opposition figures in Venezuela, Trump said that none currently have sufficient support from the people. He specifically mentioned opposition leader and Nobel Peace Prize laureate Maria Corina Machado. He said that he didn't think she had the support of the people that she needed, and that was it. The U.S. president added that Machado could only win elections if he personally supported her. "She could only win an election if I did support her, but I like her very much," Trump noted. Oil as a source of tension between the U.S. and Venezuela. In addition to Trump's widely known focus on combating drug trafficking, charges brought against Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro, who was detained by the U.S., the confrontation between the two countries is also driven by oil fields and land. Long before the operation in Venezuela, Trump demanded that Caracas return stolen assets, oil and land to the U.S. This refers to Venezuelan oil fields that previously belonged to American companies but were nationalized by the Venezuelan government under Maduro's predecessor, Hugo Chavez. Trump claimed that Maduro used these oil resources to establish and run his drug business. Washington repeatedly struck Venezuelan oil tankers and offered Maduro asylum in Turkey, but the president ignored these proposals. Even the latest attack on a tanker went unaddressed by Maduro. The final straw for Trump's team was reportedly when the Venezuelan president danced publicly amid escalating tensions with the U.S. It was at that point that the decision was made to carry out a special operation in Venezuela to detain the Maduro couple, which took place on January 3rd. US President Donald Trump said he believes Washington will be able to recover all the money that was spent on Ukraine during the Trump administration, the White House reports. While speaking to the press, Trump said the war in Ukraine currently costs the United States nothing. According to him, Washington is making money instead.
In fact, we make money because, unlike Biden, former U.S. President Joe Biden, Eddie, Biden gave $350 billion, gave it away.
He added that thanks to a rare earth deal, Ukraine has already returned a significant portion of the funds spent to the United States. At the same time, Trump believes there will be even more returns.
Now, I got a lot of it back because we did a rare earth deal going into rare earth. And we're going to get a lot of that money back. Maybe all of the money, maybe more than all of the money.
US President Donald Trump stated that he does not believe Ukraine attacked Russian dictator Vladimir Putin's residence in the Novgorod region, according to a White House broadcast. During the press briefing, Trump was reminded that, according to his previous comments, he would have been very angry at Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky if Zelensky had directly organized the attack on Putin's residence. However, the US President said he does not believe the attack actually took place. "I don't believe that strike happened," the White House chief said. Journalists then pointed out that it was Putin himself who told Trump about the attack on his residence. They asked why Trump believed Putin and why he immediately mentioned it publicly during a joint appearance with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. The president replied,
Because nobody knew at that moment. I mean, that was the first I heard about it. He said that his house was attacked. We don't believe that happened, as it, now that we've been able to check. But that was the first we ever heard about it.
That's all for today. Thanks for watching this video. Support Ukraine, like and subscribe.